We're now in present-day Barbados, and Levinia, a Barbadian of mixed-race ancestry, has immigrated to the US to attend grad school and to teach. And some of you may say, that sounds familiar. I don't think I look like Levinia. We also meet here Livy, shortened name for Livingston, a musician based in London. And both of them have returned home to Barbados after various quests abroad. And although they only fleetingly meet, their encounter on Brandon's Beach, which was mentioned in that last song, comes to signify the rich and complex relationship of contemporary Barbadians to their homeland. And to the rest of the world, really. So this first section is from Lavinia's point of view. So, next summer, trailing the migrant voice, she touched the curdling surf at bright Brandon, drunk with rising mirth, and laughing, she held its fragrance, raw. Something as urgent as waves had swept her to these dear shores. Something strangely erogenous. Her senses clung tight to the staves of surf music, the throb of phallic guitar on Brandon's long brown sand. Something speaking through the sound that words can't trap, that foaming licks at what's felt but can't be expressed. But something crucial is being revisioned here. Something is healing the deep pain so long repressed. She spies another loner on the beach, senses some need in him that echoes hers in the taut limbs, that absence of relaxation as he dives to the sea's green depth, boring like a glinting silver fish, the look of effort on his face as he surfaces out of breath. She knows he's been watching too, conscious that her breasts, like bobbing buoys, have caught his often glancing eyes, notes how stealthily the good few yards that distance them have shrunk. Well, why not? As the sea's scent assails her, raw, amniotic, she hails him boldly, almost a little drunk, in the surf-sprayed air. She sees him wave and begin moving towards her. She turns, then swishes shoreward, though giving him a friendly grin. Then gazing at something further on, pursed lips seem to frame a whistle. She gathers bag and wraps a towel around her waist. Then she puts on sunglasses, straw hat, waves a hand, and heads down beach, knowing he will just stand there and watch her until she's a dot on the distant sand. Livy was singing as he reached the shore. Then eager sun-glazed eyes looked for her, but see only the grey smoke that rises in slim spirals from each distant rum refinery tower. He tosses himself face down like a man starting push-ups, curls one bent arm to support his head, looks for her again, sees only the empty beach. The sun blazes, a constant slow hand deep massaging his brown skin. He dozes. Creeping, salty waves reach and splash over him. Jumping up, he strolls down beach, pausing to stare at curious stones mottling the shore, just finding ways to fill time up. At last, he spots something moving. A blurred shape becomes an island, grows distinct. At last, the woman who hailed him from the wave. Searching eyes narrow the space. No one stops until they're standing face to face, speechless like runners from a race. Not seeing how the sand there drops away, his gaze on her. He stumbles, startling an angry, scuttling crowd. Seeing him about to fall, she grabs his hand, and laughing, they tumble to the bed of Brandon's soft sand, bathed in light streaming on the shore. Now blessed by coral's hissing cure, they lie together, hand in hand. He that took and she the rook. Like curling anemones they dance on this reef's floor. Like fish entranced, each caresses the other's rock of pain. Calcified knots of grief, long built. Each touch a symbiotic exchange, like the sinking love gift of coralline algae to the reef. Shot from petrified branches, each ramiferous tentacles an interlacing potent cell, numinous harmony of sexes. All over the coral tree, traces of love, death, a rich complex fabric of two weaving, quilting architects, bone upon bone of former races. So she was he, and he was she. Eyes now filled with mutual longing, they swim with white and yellow markings, atop coral crab's smooth, bright belly, atop long-spined, arrowed black urchin and his partner in terror, known as the fireworm, poised to release rows of white bristles into any skin. Atop parasitic, surly, red and white striped banded coral shrimp. Atop spiny lobster who is limp with rage at the strangers in his bed. Atop receptacle of basket sponge, avoiding touch-me-not, fire coral's red glare. Chew, brush sponges, loggerhead fixed, mulish. It's not his lounge. Atop small-mouthed grunts sharpening their teeth, snapper jaws chomping through the ripples. Rising butterfly swarms of blue angels, rainbow parrotfish, yellow goatfish, great barracuda, solo, sliding in steely gray, the moray eel bobbing in olive dreads this way. If Queen Conch and Helmet now could announce all the rare beauty here, what eloquence. See that stony dead living tree, clothed in thick algae? A scorpion fish, revealed by its stare. Here Creole voices, black and white, and all else in between, in plural patchwork blessed with carnival, each one same but yet unique. Here the chance for true passion, where reefs, coralline, recreate, unlike dreams' united state. Fabled illusion, where metaphor is calm. Who wants hurtling leaps through time, the blindfold that vision denies? Who wants a life fashioned from lies, that fears hearing alone its own rhyme? Here, within Carnival's bright inn, the rising forest of the sea, emblem of living dead ecology. Heart wounds would heal when rinsed with salt, and weary foot-sore wanderers find bright morning grace in sight of pink crab's scuttling race on Edenic Casuarina shore. What providential lace-like touch led them both searching to this beach, without expectations, so that each simply heeded the soft lurch of sand, the cresting all-consuming surf, the swift egret's gentle clasp of wings, when dauntless, they settle with songs of great journeys, turmoils, deaths, and births. You ask, did they exchange their names? Did she say Levinia? Did he whisper on that sand, call me living stone? No, they made exits, tittering, oh, I'm sorry, oh, please excuse me. The moment had been an eternity, a deep ancient song of possessing glimpsed certainties, the chance of pure congruence. Yet, for all they had in common, both saw the wall of self falling like a dying dance, or sandbox leaves falling on sand. These hard symbols mirrored their ruins, their grim histories, a truth that hymns every living woman, living man.